Agents of Damned is a podcast intended for adults, featuring mature content that includes but is not limited to cursing, swearing, vulgar language and themes, depictions of sexual themes and ideas, and potentially triggering depictions of depression, alcoholism, horror, and emotional and verbal abuse. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Agents of Damned, Age of Despair. I am your sometimes benevolent, often malevolent dungeon master, Jordan Hoshi Roman. And as always, I am joined by my fellow players.
Hi guys, I'm Katie and I play Faith.
Hey everyone, I'm Christina and I play Wintera.
And I'm Drew McLean, and have you enjoyed the video game Skyrim, but wish that it had more of the unbridled enthusiasm of one Macho Man Randy Savage, God rest his soul? Then try Macho Dragon Skyrim mod. I play the good Dr. Arlo Aegon, sponsored by the Macho Dragon Skyrim mod.
I mean, I guess quite literally if Katie gives that endorsement.
Yeah,
Katie, is it literal?
For this one?
Literally can't.
Hey, Katie. Katie, give me $1 and it counts.
So we discovered before we started recording that apparently our own Katie worked on a Skyrim mod back in her early college days that Drew stumbled across, and it is the Macho Man Randy Savage as dragons, or I guess vice versa.
I'm so just like, I worked on it with like a group of people in college and I like help consult on textures and I'm just so fucking like, I'm dead. I worked on that in college. I was just talking about it with a friend of mine who's into games now, and I'm like, I'm blown away that it's still being used and played with. I love it. I love that somebody picked it up and updated it and made it so that it could be used in special edition. I'm just like, oh, I wish you guys could see me. Like, I look like Saith right now. My whole face is just like contorted in this big happy smile.
Oh, so if Saith is not acting as Saith normally would, we know exactly why in this episode.
I also enjoy personally that before we started recording, Christina gave a hard 3-minute time limit on this discussion, and then naturally, Drew brought it right back in.
I can be contained by no man, woman, child, or construct.
That still leaves dragons, undead, elementals, fiends, fae.
Oh, good. So we still have room. All right.
Yeah, no, we can still contain them. It just takes some work.
Yeah, you gotta go to some extra planar shit.
Yeah. So we ready to, play D&D and not Skyrim?
Yeah,
That's
what happened last time.
Okay, this will be an interesting one.
Oh boy.
Last time, Arlo came face to face with Kamodra, his overbearing mother. Much to everyone's surprise, however, Kamodra embraced Arlo, stating how worried she was that she wasn't able to contact him after the appearance of the Nightwalkers. However, things soon took a dark turn as Kamodra took Arlo away with her via Baby Bjorn, separating him from the party. Snapdra was deeply concerned by this development and told the others to go see what her scouts had been able to learn about the missing prince, while she tried to find a solution to the new Arlo problem. Meanwhile, Kamodra had brought Arlo to a medical tent to see if he could help with the recent epidemic known as troll rot. Despite his best efforts, there was sadly nothing he could do against this disease, as it even seemed resistant to magics. It was then that Arlo decided to finally confront his mother about her controlling nature and how it had impacted his life. But before he could get too far into it, an alarm rang out in the camp, warning of an immediate attack. Everyone rushed to the scene to find a small squadron of trolls escorting a larger bloated troll that were marching towards the heart of the camp, threatening to infect a large number of people with troll rot. Thanks to Seith's quick thinking, the large troll was quickly paralyzed, allowing for Kamodra and Kespa to try and take it out while Seith, Wintera, and Snapdra held the line. However, things soon became heated as Arlo, who had been attacking from the air, began to butt heads with his mother, with neither of them willing to back down. After the fight was won, Arlo finally gave his mother a piece of his mind, stating that she had already lost him long ago. As Arlo walked away, he suddenly fell unconscious, as Kamodra had struck him down. And thus we resume our tale.
The second that Arlo drops down to the ground from underneath his hat, Polly scrambles out immediately, and is sitting on his back, and is just perched in Amadou protect position, and just going wah 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 at Kamodra.
Oh my god!
Because he can't do a roar yet, but he is squared up.
Yeah, Wintera does something she hasn't done in a while, where she pushes through and wild shapes into a bear and lands protectively over Arlo.
General Aegon, I will respectfully ask that you do not lay your hands on my teammate.
As you all do that, she very quickly steps back. And Seith and Wintera, as you are all getting very protective, getting ready to defend Arlo, you all see something that you didn't expect. In Kamodra's eyes, you see this look of sudden realization. This look of shock, of panic. She looks afraid, confused. She looks down at her own hands, which are trembling. She's trying to say something, but the words, they don't come out. And as she looks back up at all of you, she summons her wings and flies off.
We can deal with that later, right?
Wintera nods as a bear.
Okay, cool. We're dealing with that later.
Yeah, Snapdra very quickly runs over to, turn Arlo over, check on him, make sure he's doing okay. And you guys can also tell, she also looks concerned and confused, but more than anything, there's this look of just immense frustration on Snapdra's face as she looks over Arlo, making sure he's fine. Well, looks like he's out cold for a bit, but should be fine with some rest.
I don't want no more peanuts. I need pistachios.
Yeah, that's about right.
Well, at least we've got the Bjorn still.
Wintera makes a weird bear noise and kind of gestures that you could also just put him on her back, as she is a large bear.
Well, yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
Kespa comes over, it's like,
I think she just... I'm gonna haul Arlo on top of Wintera.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Wintera kind of bows her head so Polly can jump on her head.
Don't worry, little guy. Your daddy's okay. He'll wake up soon. He's just taking a nap.
Polly is, like, curled up, like, on top of Arlo and refuses to leave his person. Like, if you try to, like, pick him up, he, like, digs, like, the claws in like a cat, like, meh, meh, meh.
You stay right there. You're doing your best job. That's exactly what your daddy needs.
Wintera nods.
He looks quite pleased with himself in his little cowboy hat.
So you all bring Arlo over to one of the medical tents as Snapchat leads you all over. And as she does, she turns to you all and says, "Alright. Now. I am sure y'all are not gonna like this, but I need you to promise me something. When he wakes up, you do not tell him what happened."
Wintera looks utterly confused.
"Look, I have been desperately trying to fix this family. I am not saying that I forgive my sister for what she did. I'm not saying she's going to get away with what she did.
I get it. If Arlo were to find out that his mother knocked him out like that, there'd be no correcting it.
They are the only family I have. I never settled down like she did. Our family has a very, very troubled history. And I just want what little we still have to be there. In whatever shape that is. So.
Saith will hold out her hand to Snapdra.
You just let me try and settle this all out. I'll make sure to handle Kamodra, so when he wakes up and figure out something, then y'all go do what you came here to do. I don't think she's gonna bother y'all no more.
Understood. I'll leave the family matters to you. Just, probably keep her clear from Wintera for a while.
Can you do that one more time, just real quick? I don't think we got that clean. Just one real fast time. It's real
Did
quick.
you guys miss this?
Oh, to death. Now, as he said, one more again, please. I think it's a good thing we're heading over to a medical tent. I don't know if we got a vet over there, but, like, you may need something checked out too, sweetie.
It sounds like one of those broken baby dolls, like the ones that you tip upside down.
Arlo just like rolls over, like still unconscious, like that chinchilla is sick. Need to go to the vet.
As all of this is happening, Arlo,
Howdy.
despite all of the, how shall I put this delicately? Complete and utter nonsense you've been sputtering during this scene, you have actually been having some dreams during all of this. Or rather, some memories. Your first flash dream memory back is of you as a little kid. It's a nice bright day out. You're out playing with Cal. What game were you guys playing?
They had this game called Ouchies, and they would just they would run at each other as hard as they could and slam into each other, and like whoever got up first won that round.
That sounds...
That tracks.
Yeah.
Just no, I was up first. I was up first. I win. I was up first.
This sounds like Arlo and Cal saw some other kids playing Red Rover, and they looked at each other and just nodded, thinking, I have a better idea.
Yep. Like, what if we did that, but more metal?
So, you guys are going for, you guys are going up for another pass, another round. You've been doing pretty well at this one. You can tell Cal's starting to get a little frustrated with this one. Like, he he's got too many L's this day. And he wants a win. And as he starts barreling towards you, as you do him, you see he, like, ducks down and actually gets you right in the chest, causing you to actually, like, slam down.
I think the wind gets knocked out of him.
Oh, yeah, hard. And as this happens, Cal just, like, stands over you triumphantly, not quite realizing how hard he hit you. And then before you can get up, you hear on the side, "What the hell was that?" And you see your mother barreling over. More murder in her eyes than you've ever seen at this point. Cal immediately stops cheering and looks more like a scared animal being faced down by a predator. She goes over and just starts yelling up a storm. "Why would you do that? You roughhousing with my boy? You trying to get him hurt? Is that how you kids play? That is not okay. You do not do that." And you can see this is like, Cal is tearing up at this.
Yeah, they're like real little at this point. Like,
I would imagine like maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah, like 5 or 6, like very small boys. Arlo doesn't even have a cowboy hat yet.
And as this is happening, Kamodra grabs you by the wrist, lifts you up, and starts to carry you away. It's like, "You are not playing with that boy anymore."
But we were just having fun.
I said, "No, Arlo. I am not gonna watch you get hurt like that."
But he's my best friend.
Best friends don't hurt each other like that. And she just drags you off. You turn around and see Cal. He's like extending a hand out like he wants to do something, but that he's too scared of Kamodra to do anything. And then that memory ends. And you find yourself in another one. You're on your way back home with a smile on your face, and just, you're in the best mood you have ever been. Because you have been accepted into the Regal Dragonborn Army Academy. This is the day you've been waiting for, the day you can finally begin your military training proper. Not just like, some side things that you do at home while you focus on your studies. No, this is the real deal. You can finally start learning to be a soldier like your family has. And you are just... What's Arlo thinking at this point?
I'm gonna punch so much stuff. It's gonna be awesome.
And as you are fantasizing about punching everything that you can and probably shouldn't, you arrive home to tell your parents the great news. You see that they're both... It looks like they're just like having just a casual discussion. And then your father's the first one to know. It's like, Arlo, it's good to see you. You seem to be in a good mood today.
That I am, Dad, because I show the acceptance letter. I like roll it out. I think it's on a scroll. I would imagine it's on a scroll.
Oh, of course it's on a scroll. It's D&D.
Yep, gotta be
we
on a scroll.
We don't have normal paper. We have scrolls. And your dad reaches out for it, but your mom actually snatches it up first. Like, well, let's see here. Regal Dragonborn Academy. I expect nothing less. Here they have a good medical program there. I think you'll do real good with that.
But I didn't apply to the medical program. I'm gonna...
Oh, don't worry about that. We can pull some strings there. You've done so good with your schooling so far, we don't want you to, throw all that to waste. And you're a smart boy, Arlo. Do well with that.
But that's not what I wanted to do.
So, what, you want to just be some brute You don't want to contribute in a way that's more me. Arlo, come on. You got a good head on your shoulders, and we need medical people out there in the field. You're bigger than that. You don't need to be out there on the front lines getting hurt when you could be making a real difference.
But I like fighting.
Well, you can play fight with your friends, but there's no need for you to be going out there and getting hurt if you don't have to. People can make a difference from the rear, Arlo. Trust me, it'll probably be good for your career as far as advancement, too, so these are the things you gotta think about. Don't worry, we'll get it all taken care of. Just leave that to me.
Arlo, looks kind of, expectantly at his dad, hoping for him to, say something.
He looks to her, and she starts to walk out, rolling up the scroll, and he just turns to you and says, "Don't worry, I'll talk to her about it. I am very proud that you made it in. We'll get you what you want, don't worry." And he walks off after her, but unfortunately, you know how that conversation ended up going.
Yeah, I imagine there was, a later, meeting up of, okay, so I couldn't get you out of it, but there's the war domain for clerics. That's kind of the same thing, right? It's not the same thing.
Also, I got you ice cream.
He's like, do you like ice cream? Is it pistachio?
Of course.
My favorite.
With the peanuts in it.
I don't want the peanuts in it.
Oh, shit.
Quickly picks out every single peanut from the ice cream cone, hands it back. There were never peanuts here.
What peanuts? What are you talking about?
He action surges to have enough movement to get the peanuts out.
I action surge to remove the peanuts from the ice cream.
He's like, oh, I'm joking. There's no peanuts in there. Good. It looked like there was.
You look like you have peanuts in you. What?
I don't know what that would mean, Dad. That sounds inappropriate to say to your son.
As that memory ends, we once again jump forward to another one. This time, it's not quite as happy of a start. It's more Arlo's nervous. It's something that he's known he's needed to deal with for a while, but it's been kind of putting off. Just kind of out of the concern of it. For at this point, he has been in his relationship with Azura Ryu, who is also his medical/clerical teacher, and has decided maybe I should tell my parents? So, unfortunately, Jacob is out on a mission right now, so you only really got the one parent you can talk to, and while maybe you could wait, screw it, What's the worst that could happen? Arlo, what is going through your mind as you approach your mother to tell her about your relationship with your teacher?
I think he's coaching himself through it. He's like, all right, so you got to do it in layers. You got to start off the very base. Hey, Mom, I'm seeing somebody. Keep it simple. That's cool. Then, we just spoon feed little bits of information as we go forward. And then, if it doesn't happen all at once, she won't try to kill everyone.
As you finish this little pep talk on the most, shall we say, morbid note imaginable, you approach your mother's office door. How do you approach?
Arlo doesn't know that he does this, but he's started subconsciously doing this. There's a very quiet knock he does when he's coming into her office for for reasons that he'd rather not to, the leftover response of hey Mom, I missed the bus, I need a ride to school, that feeling.
Why'd you have to make that so real?
I swear to God, so how are you this morning?
All right, cool. Well, now that you've pulled up childhood traumas for me, continue on, please.
Yeah, so he does his quiet knock, and then just kind of like, creaks open the door. He's like, "Hey, Mom, what's going on?"
As you open the door, you see that she appears to be going over some documents. There's battle maps all over the place. It looks like she's in the middle of planning out a upcoming assignment. And she just looks up briefly. It's like, come in. And like kind of motions to a seat, which I assume you diligently take.
Yep. So Arlo like sits down. And just so, Mom, working hard or hardly working?
I'm busy right now, Arlo. Please keep it brief.
Okay. So, there is something important that I needed to address with you, Mother, General, Ma'am. That I have been.
Oh, wait, hold on. I just remembered something. And she goes over to like a little side compartment and like pulls out this letter that you actually recognize has the seal of the school on it. And she says, I actually got a note from your medical teacher, one Miss Azura Ryu. I believe you are familiar.
I may know of that teacher. Yeah.
I assume this is what you wanted to talk to me about then.
Probably. What does the note say?
The note says that you have been disruptive. That you have not been taking things as seriously. That you seem to think that just because you get high marks, and that you have taken to this pretty well, that you can be a bit of a goofball. Now, I understand that you have largely been allowed to do that growing up, but there comes a point, Arlo, where you need to grow up. Where you can't just keep doing these childish things, alright?
Arlo like mumbles to himself, and he's like, maybe I could grow up if I could be in the program I wanted to.
What?
Nothing.
Next time you got something to say, speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, as for this note, I trust I'm not going to be getting another one in the future, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Keep up your studies and behave yourself. Was that all you needed to speak with me on?
I'd been seeing someone.
Congratulations, I guess. You're dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
And as you walk out of the office, that memory also ends. And then you come to the most recent of these memories. And by far, the darkest. It was the night of Jacob's funeral. It had been some time since his passing. It had been difficult for a lot of people, but you especially were taking it pretty hard. This was before her announcement of the Aegon's resignation. So, but even then, you hadn't really talked to her much since then. At all, really. All you remember is finding out and her storming off in a violent rage. And at this point, it's just gone on too long. You need to console in someone. You can't keep this in. What is Arlo thinking at this point?
I was thinking how much he misses his father and how much he wishes he had someone anyone else that he could talk to, but his aunt is too busy with all the fallout of the way the mission went, and he and Cal are like, very close, but like they don't really like they're Texan men. They don't talk about their feelings. So it's just his mother. And he already kind of feels in his gut that this isn't gonna go the way he wants, because none of their interactions ever have. But he needs to try. She's gotta be hurting too.
And as you think these things, as you steel your resolve to face this, let's be honest, trial, you walk over to your mother's office. The door is slightly ajar, which is very unusual. She never leaves her door open, whether she's in there or not. Do you still do your usual knock?
I think this time, because of everything that's gone on, he fully forgets to knock, which he knows he is not allowed to do. He's not allowed to enter that office without knocking.
So you creak the door in, and rather than being at her desk, you just see her standing against the far wall, away from you, at a map of the country of Timanther. She has her arms behind her back in a rather formal stance. And she does not seem to be aware that you are there, as far as you can tell.
Mom?
What?
I wanted to talk to you and wanted to see if you need someone to talk to.
I don't. And I'm fine. I'm busy right now.
I get you have a lot to do, but I really need...
I said I'm busy.
Arlo kind of shrinks away. And he just kind of very quiet is like, that's what I figured. And he walks away.
As you walk out, you take one last look, and your mother hasn't turned away. She's still facing away from you as you walk out of the room. At this point, Arlo, you begin to regain consciousness, having just gone through these memories, plus whatever other weird things made you say that stuff out loud. We explained the ice cream one, but some of those other ones are still kind of up in the air.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Those are dark memories that we don't talk about.
Those we never speak of. That dark day, that chinchilla was so sick.
When Arlo wakes up, Wintera's actually not going to be there.
Well, actually, I imagine none of you are there right now. Because the person that he wakes up to turns over to him and says, "Oh, good to see that you're awake, Arlo. Starting to get worried.
What's happening?"
You lost consciousness. You got exposed to some of that troll poison, and it does some stuff to you. Don't worry, we ran some tests, and it looks like you're clean of troll rot, so you have that going for you at least.
Why? What are you doing here?
And Azura puts a clipboard off to the side that looked like it had like your charts and stuff on it. Things are looking pretty bad. So they called in anyone they could think of. The last thing that any of the Dragonborn clans need is another opponent to fight while the world is at war. Don't worry, I'm here strictly on business. I know how to separate business from personal affairs. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling like I ran into my ex and I was unconscious, so it's a very weird power dynamic on that meeting. I would have
Again,
preferred to have
like-
rolled
like-
up like, looking really good and like, oh man, he looks so good. Oh, did he grow a mustache like that? Like that? But this is the
Arlo,
opposite of that.
Arlo, you know we can't grow mustaches.
And I know, but it would look so cool.
Do you want me to be attracted to you right now, or do you want me to be taking care of you?
Why can't it be both? Why?
Okay.
Why can't I want someone to be attracted to me, but only so that they can know what they're missing? Is that so wrong?
Well, like I said, I'm here on professional reasons. We can talk about that later. You can kind of just tell just by like reading her body language, she is trying very hard to restrain herself. Like she's doing this out of respect of the situation. Like she knows a time and a place. And maybe in the middle of a military camp is not either of those.
Wait a minute. Where's my precious baby boy? And also my friends, but mainly my precious baby boy.
As you rise up, the covers that were over you fall down, and you see that he was sitting on your chest under the covers.
He's like clung to me. Wah. Oh, Pauli, you're okay.
And your friends are outside right now. They're currently trying to figure out what their next move will be once you regain consciousness. But before that, your aunt actually wanted to make sure you were okay. So I'll let her know you're up now. Is there anything else that you need?
I think we both got all we need from each other.
You are making this so difficult right now. I want you to know that.
You're welcome.
And she just, like, gets up and very tensely walks away.
While Arlo was unconscious, Wintera, at some point, while still a bear, like, shortly after all of that happened, actually, like, sort of stands back on her bare legs and taps Safe and then gestures at where there is a scar of no fur on her chest, where there is the mark from when she was cursed. And she makes a sound of concern and then looks outside and then looks back at her like she's trying to get her to understand that she wants to go back to where they were just fighting because she wants to go and investigate.
Okay. All right.
Can Wintera not talk when she's a bear?
No.
Oh.
That's only a high-level druid.
I also love the idea that Wintera could not just change back and communicate via speaking.
She's a little stressed out right now. That thought has not occurred to her. If Saith would like to point it out, she can.
Do you want to, like, have a conversation with me, with your voice, though?
Wintera blankly stares and for a second, and then she does change back. She's like, I forgot. I forget sometimes.
Imagine this is a thing they have to do a lot, where like Wintera's like, rah, rah, and there's like, Wintera, use your words. Rah, your words, Wintera.
Hey, that's okay. So before, I have to recall him, there's somebody I'd like you to meet.
Okay.
That is implying this has been a very long minute, but okay, I'll let it slide.
Listen.
All the jockbirds are also behind. Jockbird.
Varus walks straight past Wintera and goes to, like, introduce himself to the jockbirds first. Jockbird. A pleasure to meet you as well.
And in all fairness, I mean, he is like a bird right now, technically.
Hey.
Well, he is many birds.
You're in another scene. Let me have this. Fourth wall breaking asshole.
Wintera, this is Varus.
Oh, you're the dude that hangs above Saith's bed.
That's a weird way of putting it, but yes.
Wait, I thought you were dead.
Fully.
Yep. All right,
Am I
come
dead?
on, you.
You also notice that Varus has the exact same smile as Saith. Yeah, no, this is new.
Okay. Yep, Saith did say you were sharing curses.
Yeah, he gave me his were-rat.
Which is very cool.
And,
thanks.
I gave him the everlasting joy.
Oh.
If I wasn't already dead, I'd crave it.
What?
Bye. And he turns back into the birds and then reforms back into tattoo.
Anyway, I'm worried that there's
like
something...
he's giving me a hug.
That's interesting.
You feel your tattoo get tighter?
Wait, that's weird.
When Tara jumps up into her head, Pendleton, you're not allowed to ever give me brain hugs. That sounds like that would hurt.
Yeah, wasn't gonna.
Okay, good. Also, how are you feeling after that? I'm sorry if you got hurt.
Oh no, it's fine, It's oddly nice to feel again, even if it is pain.
Okay, and then she jumps back into out loud conversation. So yeah, I'm really worried that there might be something else going on. That weird explosion thing that happened with that other troll kind of reminded me of the other stuff we've seen before. I know that was like Ash's thing, but I mean, I don't know, Sade.
I mean, nothing would surprise me anymore. If you want to check it out, I'll be by your side.
Okay.
Arlo's in good hands, and sounds like he'll be out for a while.
Yeah, and honestly, I didn't agree to anything that his aunt asked, so I'm not the person that needs to be by here. Also, I can't lie very well at all. That's Pendleton's thing.
We'll just, neglect to talk about it.
Okie dokie.
Alright, moving forward.
When Tara does clap her hands, and she actually summons Bug.
Oh yeah.
And so she's going to have Bug assist with when they go back to investigate and see if we smell or can find any crystal shards from where we were just fighting.
Okay. So you guys head back over there. Go ahead and roll me, we'll say investigation, because you're specifically looking for something.
Okay.
I'll say Bug's giving you the help action, so you can roll it with advantage.
Cool.
This Bug's a very good boy.
Bark!
Bug's got a bunch of sand in her nose, because that was a total of 9. Unless Saith has a better investigation.
I got you, Queen. I got you. Investigation.
That's an 18.
Okay. So, when Tara and Bug, you guys are doing your thing, Bug starts barking wildly, and you go over to investigate, and he pulls up this large black rock that you are convinced is a crystal shard.
Good job, Bug.
Saith, you see it? It's just a rock.
Very pretty rock, Bug.
Yeah, it's a crystal shard, right?
I don't think so. Not this time.
Are you sure? This really looks like one, Saith. I think I would know. I'm the one that was cursed.
When Tara, you start putting it up to your chest, and you realize it's too big to fit.
I mean, it was a troll, so it would need to be bigger.
I don't think that's... I just think it's a very pretty rock. Very pretty, indeed. Something to keep for a collection, maybe, but,
I wonder how far you could throw it in a
Arlo.
lake.
Oh, that too. That would be fun. But let's keep looking.
And Saith, with your 18, you don't see any traces of cursed gems or anything that feels reminiscent of either Ash or Vincent's magics. It seems like this was just some strange, monstrous version of a troll.
Nothing unusual, Wintera. But I am glad that we checked.
Yeah. I guess I'm kind of glad that it's not, but also frustrated that we still don't have answers.
Yeah.
At this point, you notice that Kespa actually comes up towards you guys. It's like, oh, I see that you all also decided to check out this space. Did you find anything?
This cool rock.
Neat! It's just a rock, but, I mean, cool.
When Tara holds the rock and is still holding it up to her chest, she's like, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like one of the curse rocks, but Saith doesn't think so, but I mean, I'm almost positive it is.
Kespa, like, puts her hand up to it, and you see, like, arcane runes start forming around, like, her armor. And then she just looks at you and says, It is just a rock. There's no magic from it at all.
Okay, whatever.
Thanks for confirming that, Cass.
Ooh, a nickname! That's a first!
Wait, have you never been given a nickname before?
I don't really have a lot of friends, per se.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Can Saith pull her into a hug?
Yep. You reach over and just hug her, and she just kind of, like, stiff arms, like, oh.
It takes getting used to.
We're friends now.
I thought this was a thing that only parents did. This is nice.
Yeah, the connection is nice. Affection is wonderful. And if you need any in the future, just ask Winter or I. We will both give them.
It's nice to be able to up my friend count to 2.
Alright, I'm gonna let go now.
Oh, okay, cool. Am I supposed to warn people ahead of time?
It depends on the person.
Yeah,
Noted.
and you kind of have to, like, read the room, you know? Like, I kind of get the feeling that I never had friends thing.
Like, I wouldn't just tackle
Same.
Saith in a play fight if it wasn't the time or place, but I would definitely tackle Saith in a play fight if it just was kind of a random thing.
Yeah.
She cocks her eyebrows like, what's up? Like sparring?
When Tara leaps at her.
Training? Wait, what?
When Tara leaps at her.
I'm gonna try to catch you with my tail. Let's see. Let's oppose strength.
Yeah, I guess grapple check?
I rolled a 17.
Oh, well, I got way better than that. Hang on. Math for a second. 24.
Okay, well, I guess now you're going to be rolling another one against Kespa.
Great. 26.
You tackle her.
But when Tara has, like, playful growl.
You notice that as you have done this, like, parts of Kespa's armor have, like, almost come alive and are, like, pointing blades at you.
Oh, that's cool.
When Tara, like, freaks out and jumps off, she's like, that's not a play fight.
Oh, sorry, instinct.
That's cool, though.
Very cool.
Thanks.
Please don't do that again.
Right, I guess I've never done that outside of, like, training. She retracts the blades. I kind of really only grew up with just my immediate family and the tutors that were brought in to raise me up. I didn't really start talking to people outside of that until after I sort of became the Black Knight. Which I'll admit was kind of recent. So...
How recent?
About, like, I don't know, a year?
Oh. That's almost as long as I've been part of Damned. Neat.
Huh, yeah, me too.
Yeah, let's just say some things may have, motivated me.
When Tara cocks her head to the side.
Oh?
You guys can, roll a history check if you would like.
When Tara rolls and is immediately transfixed on the rock again while she cocks her head to the side and it catches in the light.
Good lord.
I got a 16.
Okay, say you would realize with a combination of your own history and the clear fangirling that she has been doing with Arlo and his family, that you guys all joined around the same time as she apparently started, and you guys know roughly why Arlo joined Damned. So it would not be a huge leap to say that maybe she became the Black Knight after she saw, like, the downfall of what happened with Jacob. Like, the from a distance stuff, not, like, the specifics of it. She obviously wouldn't know about that, but...
Gotcha.
I wonder if Bookworm would like this rock. Oh, shit, I didn't say bye to Bookworm.
How did you forget? Are you okay?
When Tara's ears go flat, she's like, oh.
Hang on a minute.
I'm gonna pull my speaking stone out of my bag.
No.
No, we're not doing this anymore. None of this little... I know she can't speak directly back to you, but...
I'm gonna call Bookworm.
Oh god, when Tara tries to grab the rock before you can.
Opposed grapple check.
No, come on!
I mean, you can use acrobatics.
Yep. Hell yes.
Oh fuck. Okay, that's a 12.
Ha! 27.
All right, you're able to use your tail to maneuver yourself away from Wintera, and as you connect the call,
I mean,
it doesn't work.
Oh. Boo.
Like, the stone itself seems to not be functioning.
My speaking stone's not working.
What does that mean?
Oh, well, if you want, you can just use mine. And she pulls it out, and she's like, oh, neither's mine. That's weird.
Huh. I don't like that.
I'm gonna look for some random person.
You're in a military outpost camp. You find people.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's magically deserted.
Pardon me, Corporal. Is your speaking stone working?
Oh, let me check. No.
Is that normal
Huh.
for this area?
Well, we've lately been having some form of interference, but I guess it's finally kicked in full swing. Hopefully we can get comms back up soon, but it does appear that they're down for the time being.
Interesting. All right, we'll look into it as well. Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you. Did you need anything else?
No, I'm walking away now. Bye.
Weird girl. And he walks off.
I think he liked you, Saith. He called you weird.
I have already got a boo. It's okay.
When Tara shrugs.
And now, a quick word from our sponsors.
Yeah, and so I was I was telling him about the thing, you know, with the...
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. No,
Drew,
Drew? Drew, are you okay? Drew? You good?
Oh god, no!
Yes.
Oh no,
Yes.
they got him.
Yes.
Turned into the dice gremlin.
It is I, the Dice Goblin.
Gremlin.
Goblin. I wrote the commercial. It's the fucking Dice Goblin. Katie.
Oh no, not the Dice Goblin. Dice Goblin, why are you here?
I am here, for I am the dark passenger within you all that you cannot sate.
He's right. I feel the need to buy dice now, but wherever will I do that?
You'll never be able to get enough high-quality dice at a low price to satiate me. There is no such place to get such things.
That's not true.
What?
You could go to www.adventuredice.ca and put in the code AGENTS at your time of purchase. You'll get 10% off.
Wow, do they have, like, a wide variety of things to choose from? Like, regular dice, small dice, big dice, wooden dice, metal dice, sharp-edged dice, and,
Even D6 and D10 sets.
Wait, they have D6s and D10 sets? Shit!
Exactly, and you can get almost every single set with the exception of the Andrea's Adventures Charity set.
that's still over 300 dice to choose from!
So many dice! Your dice goblin will surely be satisfied.
Now, with all of these dice available, the Dark Passenger has been sated and I am vanquished now!
Oh god, did you die?
Hey guys, what's up? What did I miss?
There he is. He's all good.
Hey, thanks AdventureDice.ca!
I don't know what's going on. I left to get a sandwich.
So at this point, we're gonna turn back over to Arlo now. And your aunt comes into the tent. It's like, oh, nice to see that, your little friend there snuggled up all nice. I don't remember him last time you, dropped by.
Oh, we didn't have him yet. This is my precious baby boy, Polly. Polly, this is your great aunt Snaptra, and he like holds him up like underneath his like little arms, and Polly like holds his hands out like little grabby hands like up.
And she like just cradles him. It's like, yeah, that's right. I am great. She looks over to you, Arlo, and is like, I've always wanted to say that.
The bond is set.
But I needed to see how you were doing.
Well, feeling pretty good. I finally stood up to Mom. I did pass out after, which is a little embarrassing, but everything's fine.
Yeah, those troll fumes will do it to you. They weren't quite that potent back in your days, but
Why is she like this?
And she like sits down next to you and sort of like puts Polly in her lap and starts like petting him and says, That's actually kind of what I wanted to come in here and talk to you about. I know that for you, it seems like she is completely unreasonable, and in many ways you are right. But she wasn't always like that. In fact, if you can believe it, when she and I were little girls, she was actually a lot like you.
I believe none of this.
It's true. Me and her were getting into all kinds of trouble together. In fact,
my mother sounds like the type of woman who would have a rule book and would have read it immediately instead of never reading it ever again, and then later converting it into a spell book.
That seems oddly specific.
Yep.
Alright, well, we'll just blow past that real quick. But, yeah, me and her were real close. We'd play together, get in all kinds of trouble. Our mom, grandma, Thorndra, didn't really... She was a strict woman. I know you never met her, but she was a very tough love kind of woman. Never really got a chance to even call her mom. It was always just, yes ma'am, no ma'am. But she did always have our best interest in mind. And she, like, breaks out into a little smile and says, I don't think I ever told you about, your mother's first mission, did I?
My mother scarcely told me anything about any mission she's ever been on. Whenever I ask her, it's always subject change to something else that I need to do.
That's not surprising. Well, even with your mom not always being the person that you know her to be, she always had an amazing talent for this stuff. Great fighter. Brilliant in a lot of ways. I looked up to her. She even got into Royal Dragonborn Military Academy when she was 16. Or rather, she was qualified for it by that point. And our mom saw that potential, wanted to get her in there as soon as possible. Said it didn't make no sense to be wasting her talents waiting when she didn't have to. So she made a deal with school to take her on just a recon mission, see how she do. She was so excited. I remember we were getting ready. She helped her polish her axe, just get her armor all good and ready. I swear, I ain't never seen her smile quite so big as I did the morning of that mission. She was nervous, but our mom was going to be there with her, so we knew it'd be alright. Well, on that mission, they got intercepted by some giants. And from my understanding of it, She killed a lot of them. She was fierce in battle, able to take them down even from that young of an age. But she got cocky, and one snuck up on her that she wasn't ready for. When she turned around, not able to react in time, what she saw was our mother taking that hit. Your mother was the only one to come back that day. She watched her own mom, our mother, die, protecting her. She changed that day. She would say she smiled less, but I don't know if I've really seen her smile since. She became obsessed with making sure no one got hurt. She devoted herself to her studies. She got into the academy. She was the best among them. Top marks. She used her talent to the best of her abilities, and Lord knows no one could touch her on that field. And then when she graduated, she climbed up the ranks as fast as she could, made sure she had her own platoon. And she promised herself none of them would ever get hurt. She wouldn't make no one go through the pain that we'd had to go through of losing our mother in battle. But, as I'm sure you know, war is not kind. And no one can protect everybody. But for some reason, it wouldn't sink in with her. So every time she lost someone in battle, even if it was just one, maybe two soldiers, it was like she'd lost our mother all over again. She was inconsolable during those times. But she kept going. She kept doubling down her efforts. Make sure no one would have to suffer through that. But then Jacob passed. And that one reminded her of just how bad that personal hurt can be. Jacob wasn't just a death. It was the death. That was the last one she could take. She realized war is unpredictable. There's too many variables that you can never account for. Too many things can happen. I think that's why she did what she did, trying to pull us out. Everything that she ever did was because she was scared of losing people. And she looks up and faces you and says, especially you. Remember how I said I ain't never seen her smile after our mom died? 2 exceptions. One, the day she married Jacob. The second, the day she had you. Arlo, I know it may not seem like it, but that woman loves you with all her heart. She's gone through a lot. I'm not saying that she was right for pulling you out. I'm not saying that she ain't made mistakes. But I am saying everything that she ever did, she thought she was doing was best for you. Now that you've aired out your issues, hopefully we can move forward a little bit, is kind of what I'm hoping for. Arlo, you can roll me an insight check on that last sentence.
That's 17.
There is a part of her that it doesn't look like she believes what she says, but that she wants to believe what she says. But that deep, deep down, she knows that it's still going to be that Kamodra is still very much a broken person.
I think Arlo pulls his aunt in for a hug. And they just kind of like squish Polly between them a little bit. Polly, and like, they readjust him because he goes like, Rah! Sorry, Polly, sorry.
Yeah, she definitely meets your hug.
Look, there's a lot to take in, and I know she has reasons behind the way that she is. But the simple fact of the matter is this. One, if her goal is to prevent people feeling the way that she feels, that's the same goal that I have, that we all have, and that's why we fight. And two, things can't get better unless there's change. I've had to learn how to adjust myself for every wrong idea she's put in my head, and I'm still working on it. But she hasn't put in any work to change, regardless of how hard it's been, regardless of how she's feeling or what tragedy she's had. She has not tried to change. And until that happens, nothing's happening.
Believe me, you are preaching to a choir that's been trying to convert that woman for as long as I can remember.
That's the problem. She knows what needs to happen. She has the information. She has to make the choice. There's nothing that you or I can do past that. And so that's where I'm leaving it. If she picks herself up, then she picks herself up. If she makes the changes, she makes the changes. That's what I want. If she doesn't, then we stay where we are. And where we are is far from one another at all times.
That's the problem. Unfortunately, I don't think that... Until recently, I don't think that she has been aware of the need. But y'all came here for a reason. Y'all take care of that. Let me give it one more try with her, alright?
Arlo just kind of like nods. He picks up Polly and like kind of like places him like gently underneath his hat. Then tips his hat to his aunt and then walks out of the tent.
So, I am assuming that you reconvene over with everyone else?
Roll to tackle Arlo.
Roll to tackle Arlo, look at this cool rug I found!
Yeah, that's about what I expected.
Oh, by the way, just for some context, for y'all, it's been a full day that he was out.
Yep.
So if anyone needs to long rest, go ahead and long rest. Because it is the morning of the following day.
Alright, well, my Spectorados are gone.
Bug is still around.
Bark.
Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl, Bug?
Bark, bark!
Saith gently, like, slaps the top of her puddin'.
I'm so glad Puddin's okay. I'm so sorry, Saith.
He's okay. He just needed a day to regenerate, didn't you, buddy?
At this point, Kespa comes up like, well, we know where we need to go, so shall we start heading off then?
Let's not waste any more time.
Yeah, especially better to travel by day since, well, don't want to be out at night if we can help it.
A full shudder goes down Wintera's body, and you can see the fur.
Saith is like patting your fur down, like she's like trying to like smooth the guard hairs underneath the double coat.
As she guides you guys over towards the edge of the camp, she's like, just to catch you up to speed, Arlo, we've determined that the most recent sighting of whatever we think this thing is, looks like it was heading north towards an old troll civilization. We believe it's abandoned, but we haven't really been able to go out there very recently, so it's kind of hard to tell. But we'll also be taking some extra measures just in case. And she brings you guys over to some stables, where you see some skeletal horses.
Wintera starts to fall behind everyone as she thinks that we're about to round a corner and see nightmares, and lets out an audible sigh of relief when she sees they're just bone horses.
Saith is fascinated by them. She is, like, absolutely in love with this weird-ass animal.
Who's running the stable of the bone horses?
There's just, like, some farmhand off to the side, just a little kobold.
Oh.
Is it one of the kobolds that was in that little blue man group?
Wait, what?
Is that what you think that was? A Blue Man group? Because it wasn't.
What?
Roll a history check.
You're talking about the kobolds that were in the lion dance? Is that what we're talking about? Because that's...
Yeah, you know, the Blue
That's
Man
a
group.
very far cry.
Listen.
No, dude, don't you remember? Like, we've done, like, Blue Man group performances before,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Remember when the Blue Man Group came to your wedding? That was wild.
Yeah, I love that Blue Man group performance at my wedding.
You said insight?
I said history.
But I don't think we need it anymore, right?
Yeah, we know.
No,
It's the
let
Blue
me
Man
have
Group.
this.
We know what's up.
Fair enough.
Now my life's purpose is to take Katie to, like, a lion dance and just be like, hey, look, the Blue Man Group. I want to wait till you
Okay,
forget.
come
I want to
on.
wait till it's, like, in your past, you don't remember.
Wintera is immediately trying to become friends with the skeletal horse. She's like, what do you feed them?
Spooky oats.
I'm still waiting on Katie's thing.
Oh, it's 16.
No, it's not them. It's just another kobold.
Gotcha.
Hashtag not all kobolds.
Listen.
But in response to Wintera, Kespa's like, well, we don't. They're undead. Which is kind of the point. On the off chance that we are, for some reason, out after the sun, we don't have to worry about our rides being taken from us.
Very smart. Very practical.
Yeah, that's honestly why they're not nightmares, even though they're slower, but, you know, better to have a slower thing that'll last than a faster thing that'll die quickly.
Arlo is, like, already on top of one of the horses and has produced one of his small cowboy hats to put on top of his head. And he's like, now what am I gonna name you? Vardy Bobbins.
Its name is Pepperjack.
That is even better.
I'm gonna look down at my baby boy Puddin', and I'm gonna say,
Okay, you. Sailor Black Hole mode.
What?
I love that.
What?
Okay, yeah, it turns into a Sailor Scout outfit over you.
Hey. Why?
Yeah.
Fan art.
Why?
fan art!
Why you do this?
Maybe if you were more active on our Discord channel. Links in the show description.
I will not apologize for how I engage with my art.
And neither will we.
Shamelessly.
So Saith is now Sailor Black Hole, and she hops up on her
Wait, no,
horse.
describe your magical girl transformation. This is an audio medium. Don't just, I'm Sailor Scout now. Do it.
I'm debating stopping this because I truly do not want to hear any more of the sentence, Sailor Black Hole.
Okay, so what happens is, when she says this, he just starts crawling up her body just like he did when he was introduced to her at,
Back during their meet cute.
Rick Slavenly's shop, right? And so he crawls up her body, and he engulfs her whole body, and then, you know, instead of that little dance thing, she's just kind of standing there T-posing, like, kind of grossed out a little bit, but, like, also kind of pretending it's not happening. And, you know, then he kind of, like, solidifies into, like, her black outfit, and she's just kind of, like, she shivers, and then she shakes it off and gets on the horse.
Safe, you gotta do like a little peace sign.
I would like to point out this was not, brought to my attention that you'd be doing this ahead of time, so this does mechanically nothing.
Nope.
Just want to make that perfectly clear for anyone wondering, ooh, what does this do? It doesn't.
It is just
nothing.
for flavor.
It literally does nothing.
Wintera pays no attention to what is going on as she is fully enamored with the skeletal horse as Saith previously was, and she's trying to attempt to pet it. She's like, who's a good skeletal horse, Popcorn? Who's a good skeletal horse?
Popcorn?
His name is Popcorn, Arlo.
Yeah, it's right there on the name tag.
Oh, they got name tags.
All right, let's hop upon these noble steeds and ride off onto the place in which we need to go.
Kespa, you said they're not as fast as nightmares. How fast are they?
Well, if I had to put it in average of how fast they can move in every 6 seconds, about 40 feet. Unless they really hoof it, then they can go 80 feet in about 6 seconds. I don't know why that's our metric, but it is.
It feels like they have roughly equivalent to 1 horsepower.
Yeah, they're basically undead draft horses, which according to the Draconic Imperial system is about 40 feet per 6 seconds.
Interesting.
Hey, let's ride.
Bug, don't get too distracted while you're sniffing, or you're gonna fall real behind real fast.
I imagine Bug is just piggybacking on you.
Basically.
Imagine you're riding on top of Bug, riding on top of the horse.
I imagined the opposite,
Yeah,
but I like this too.
So, okay, I know I've drawn Bug as a Newfoundland, but technically by stats, Bug is technically classified as tiny for stat block purposes, but Bug is fully a Newfoundland.
Maybe you can just do a little shrinky dinky. And these shrinky dinks on top of your head.
Okay, I do love that. I do love that idea that Bug can just randomly get really tiny.
That's why his name is Bug.
Her name.
He can be
Her
bug-sized.
name is Bug. That's why her name is Bug.
Alright, so you guys start riding out. I would say you get maybe about an hour out. And as you start to you've gotten into the more forested area. And I need you all to make me a perception check.
Is this active danger?
Nope.
Oh, shit.
Okay, well.
I got a dirty 20.
Yeah, I also got a dirty 20, and Bug got a 14.
I got a 29 on a natural.
Nice.
Jesus Christ. Alright, so as you guys are riding along, you eventually come across a bit of a break in the trees, and you can see up into the sky. And as you do, you see the sun shining down on you, and Saith, you see something flying up there. It's pretty high up, but even from here, you can kind of tell how large it is. It's a pretty decently sized thing. And it does look kind of like a dragon. And as you're trying to get a closer look at this thing, it almost looks like there's someone on it. Before you can really get a good read on that thing or the person on it, all of a sudden everything goes dark. All of you take a moment to adjust your sight, and eventually you're able to take in your surroundings again. And it has somehow become the dead of night.
Saith? Arlo?
As you hear all around you.
Oh no!
And that is where we shall pause our tale for now. Hello, everyone. This is your sometimes benevolent, often malevolent Dungeon Master, Jordan Hoshi Roman, thanking you all for listening. Oh, don't leave just yet. Please listen to the end of the episode. We got some hilarious bloopers from the episode that I know you're going to want to hear. But first, if you liked what you heard, please support us over on our Patreon, over at patreon.com/Agents of Damned. You can get access to our exclusive after show, peek behind the screen, as well as access to our Tales of series, where we have some extra stuff that goes in depth on some other characters that don't always get the spotlight. You also get exclusive shoutouts on our post-episode shoutouts. That happens right now. SC Lark, Hitoshira, and Paul of Bard Rock Cafe fame. Thank all of you so much for supporting us. You guys are great, and of course, at the highest tier, you can get access to a monthly one-shot raffle where you get to play with us! It's always been a lot of fun, so head on over to that. You can also head on over to our website over at agentsofdamned.com, where you can get access to full cast bios, transcriptions of the episodes, and access to our merch, which you can also find on tpublic.com/user/AOD. And then, of course, there's our socials. We have Facebook at AOD, Instagram and TikTok at Agents of Damned, and Twitter at Agents of D, as well as Agents of Damned. Of course, we also have our personals. We have me at Pokechap, Christina at Greekachu, Katie at Missy Mystery, spelled MYSSY Mystery, and Drew at Liger Cero, Liger CER and the number 0. If you follow us on Twitter, we do send out links to our Discord, which you can feel free to join there. We do a bunch of stuff over there, like talk about the show, have submissions for fan art, theories, magic items that you would like to see, or other homebrew things. It's a lot of fun over there, so please head on over. If you just can't get enough of what we have, then head on over to our Twitch at twitch.tv/AODcast, where we stream on Saturdays at noon. Currently, we have a few things going on. Christina and I are doing a Nuzlocke on Pokemon Silver, while I am doing a personal challenge in Ashlock in Pokemon Yellow, as well as my playthrough of Hollow Knight. If you enjoy the show, then leave us a review and share it with a friend. Both help us to grow so much. Thank you all for your support, and until next time, bye.
This sucks. What is wrong, Betty? I'm trying to figure out a new dessert option for the menu. Apparently people don't like dark chocolate anchovy grilled parfait. It is an interesting issue. Have you considered searching outside of ourselves? Perhaps might I recommend Just Cheesecakes by Tina Rose. Who that? Who that? Why, Just Cheesecake by Tina Rose is local bakery that specializes in cheesecake found in southern Charlotte, North Carolina. As the name implies, they make cheesecake. Is that all? I mean, hell, I can do that. Oh, Betty, you misunderstand. They make so many. They have regular cheesecake, they have cupcake cheesecake. They have so many amazing options for you to choose from. Interesting. Where can I find them? You can find them on facebook.com at Just Cheesecakes by Tina Rose. There they have all sorts of pictures of all of the different cheesecake that they make. And when you're ready to order, you can contact them there. Sounds good. I guess I'll give that a shot. Remember, Betty, it's Just Cheesecakes by Tina Rose.
Mine's name is Lord Bonington, of course.
Yeah, we're not sure about that one, but it was donated. That one's fully just Lord Bonington on all fours.
Ride me!
Oh boy.
I need an adult.
Lord Bonington looks up at you and says, I am an adult!
Oh no. No.
Now ride me!
That's so cute.
Like, honestly, I've only had Polly for a little while, but if anything happened to him, I'd kill everyone in this room and then myself.
I see that old traveling bard show really stuck with you.
Yeah, ye old Brooklyn 99.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 99, I remember.
Yeah, ye old Baldur's Gate 99. The ye old part is the important.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I don't know why all of these plays start with ye old, because they're very current. That's just like an avant-garde thing or something.
I mean, there was that one that started off with "and a long time ago in a place far, far away," and that just seemed kind of weird. So
Because it looked like it was in the future.
I know, that was weird.
Made no sense. Swords were cool.
Oh, very. But I'm not here to talk about bard shows.
Nope.
Some courses.
When Tara is about 5 paces behind everyone else as she realizes what is happening.
If it makes you feel any better, nightmares are not skeletal.
Yeah, no, these aren't nightmares. No, these are not on fire. They're just bones.
She's a little behind
The sentence of, no, they're not on fire. They're just bones. It's cool.
Caspa comes over and is like, oh, that's a good idea. She'll be much better at carrying the Bjorn in bear form. I don't know whose voice that was.
You're doing your
Kespa
best.
pushes that random person out of the way, like, sorry.
No, remember, it's basically Pendleton.
God damn, I don't know what the fuck that... Okay, let me try that again.
Take 2.
Yeah. Well, they're Fuck, why do I keep doing this?
Can she roll a charisma save to not walk up to the kobold and call it by the other kobold's name?
No.
No, because she passed her history check, she knows.
Right.
It's right there on the name tag. Why do I keep doing the wrong accent?
I don't know, man.
So what happens when I monologue in one accent?